documents what you went through, what happened. Now expanding on this, 2 years ago, even 12 months ago, you talk about mortgage fraud. It didn't break till about 6 months ago that it was real, it was happening, it was premeditated, that they go into families and write them loans that they want to fail. What's their end game? Because if you've got millions, was it 2-3 million in foreclosure now, millions that have been foreclosed on, a lot of people in California are just staying in their houses. Other neighborhoods are now ghost towns. It's happening in other areas of the country. What's the end game here for the banks?
Here's the end game, and that's a great point. The end game is, my attorney, by the way, I need to talk about him. His name's Moshe Mortner Law, and the number is 646-820-8770. Moshe Mortner with Mortner Law in New York is a brilliant attorney, and he's the one that put me in position to understand that my life isn't over. See, because what happens is, you have to understand, when you're going through foreclosure, you don't know what to do. There's nowhere to turn. There's no one that wants to hear it. There's no way to help. But guess what? There is a way now. And here's the end game. The banks, at the end of the day, they do not want to foreclose on these houses if they had an easier, softer way. So what we're going to do, what we've done, is there's more than meets the eye. Once we've defeated these banks in court like we're doing, we're now going to go to the banks and say, okay, this loan is predatory. Okay, this $1 million loan, we're going to pay you $500,000 for it. When we pay you $500,000, the banks are going to say, great, that's no problem. Guess why? The money that they lose between the 500 and the million, the majority of it, they get reimbursed anyway by the government. That's how crazy it is. So if they
explain that, quantify that. They're already getting bailed out, so they're making money coming and going.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, the banks, there won't be court cases. What there'll be is us buying these loans from the banks at severe discounted rates, and then we will have an underwriting division, underwriting arm, that will qualify these homeowners the correct way. And by the way, we're not out to save the manatees, though. If somebody does not qualify for a loan, then they can't have that home. They will not be able to stay in that home. But the majority of them, if it's $1 million loan and we were able to cut it down to $500,000, 99.9% of these people will be able to save their home.
And that's the big secret. The federal government isn't telling people that now in the last 2 years, the banks are negotiating if you know what you're doing. But if you don't know what you're doing, the people perish for lack of knowledge. They will eat your lunch.
They'll eat your lunch. Your life's over. Look, the American people, the American family's biggest investment is their home. Okay? When you take away, and you literally, and by the way, it doesn't go away. You're hoping that it goes away. You're wishing it away. But guess what? As the day gets closer and closer and closer, they come and they lock you out of your home. You have nowhere to go. You end up with divorce. You end up with kids that grow up without a mother and a father. And it's a trickle-down effect.
Well, Lenny, what I love about you is, for a while, you were pretty much homeless. You didn't go cry in your milk. You got fired up, got the facts, and went out with nothing and beat these people.
Well, you're right, and it's not something that I'm proud of. But what I did is I did what I have to do. Okay, one of the things I wasn't going to do is I wasn't going to just get on my knees, put my hands behind my head, and let them, execute me, because that's what they do in them courtrooms. And so when somebody,
well, that's what you were known for in the Major Baseball. You didn't start fights, but every time they slugged you or some guy attacked you, you beat the tar out of them.
Well, that's right. You know why? Because I used to tell my teammates, "Why are you talking to the other team? They're trying to take our money." Well, that's the problem I have with sports now. Everyone's friend. Look, we're playing for real money. That's the business we're in. We play to win. Okay. Now, if you think playing in the major leagues was hard, okay. And by the way, just remember some quick example. If you want to play shortstop for the Yankees, you have to take Derek Jeter's job. Okay, so it's very, very difficult. The odds of making it to the major leagues are astronomical. But that was a walk in the park compared to what I've been through the last 2 years, Alex. I don't want pity. I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me. Because you know what? Our country's about, what have you done for me lately? Okay, so I'm about going forward, not backwards. I look at what the situation, what happened, what caused the situation. I try to talk to my advisors. I remedy it, and I go forward and I fix it. I don't live in the past because it does nobody any good. I can't change what happened. I can change going forward. That's the bottom line.
Well, incredible information. In your case, beating J.P. Morgan and your victories against the SEC. It's all at stopthegreedybanks.com. And folks can see your investment record at nailsinvestment.com, correct?
That's right. And every day they go to that site. I still give 3 picks a week. I've made my investors over $600,000, okay, that they've made. I have loyal subscribers that have stuck with me through the thick and thin. Because guess what? Remember, I didn't get stupid overnight. No, that's not what happened. I got put in a situation by a bank they're criminals, okay?
Well, Lenny, it's the oldest story in the book. They come, have you sign a contract 20 years before for the farm. You don't read the little clause about how they can demand all the note whenever they want. And a year before, you've paid 19 years, you're doing okay, your farm's making money. Every farmer knows this story. A year before, they come back and say, well, now we want 12 payments up front. You didn't read the fine print 19 years ago. And you go, well, I'll have I'll have the final 12 payments each month, but I can't pay them now. Boom, they take your farm. So that's how they run it. You pay for 19 years on a 20-year loan, and they get you in the last year if you don't have the money right there. Our guest is Lenny Dykstra, also known as Nails. The website, stopthegreedybanks.com. You can follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/TheRealAlexJones. We'll be right back. Stay with us, Infowars.com.
Imagine being free of debt in just 12 weeks without payment plans or negotiating or hiring an attorney. 18 years ago, we cracked the code of debt collections and set tens of thousands of people free of their debts. It's called Zero Debt Guaranteed, and it works for all debts.
My wages were being garnished, so I used the program and the attorney dropped the case and he returned my money within 2 weeks.
With Zero Debt Guaranteed, your success is guaranteed in writing. There is no other program of its kind. Don't be alone when creditors gang up on you. Call our help desk for lightning fast assistance. Let our team of experts provide the resources to fight back, stop collection calls, prevent and stop wage garnishments and bank levies. Call Zero Debt Guaranteed now, 800-477-9256, and ask for free information from an expert who also completed our program, 800-477-9256, or ZeroDebtGuaranteed.com. ZeroDebtGuaranteed.com.
America, you've been warned. For weeks, we've been warning you about a single event we believe will happen in the next 12 months that will shake the very foundations of our nation. We've told you about the video that details this shocking prediction. So far, over 6 million people have watched this free video online. Have you? Again, this big event has nothing to do with war or the stock market, yet it could change everything about your normal way of life. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your family. Could this really happen? Well, the man who created this video has been right about many predictions in his career. He was among the first to predict the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner, General Growth Properties. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. If you haven't taken time to watch this free video, do it right now. You may never think about America the same way again. You can find the free video at endofamerica3.com. Again, that's www.endofamerica3.com. Watch the free video at endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com.
This message starts with a great offer from Big Berkey Water Filters because we don't want you drinking dangerous water 1 minute longer. Right now, purchase any filter system from BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com to get your choice of 2 Berkey Sport bottles, a KDF shower filter, a set of fluoride filters, or our new sight glass spigot absolutely free. Why do this? Because over 60% of municipal water is fluoridated, and at less than 2 cents per gallon, Berkey Water Filters purify both treated and untreated water, removing dangerous chlorine, fluoride, and other contaminants. Big Berkey water filters are powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water, so they're perfect for rainwater collection systems and emergency preparedness. Remember, Big Berkey includes free shipping on every order over $50, and GCN listeners get 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Visit BIGBERKEY waterfilters.com or call 877-99-BERKEY. That's BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com or call today 1-877-99-BERKEY.
Days have found us.
Look, here the deal. The SEC was sent dossiers every year for 11 years by insiders of what Bernie Madoff was doing, and they protected him. You've heard Bob Chapman break it down here. The system is designed to shut down small operators. It's designed to nitpick. Remember what happened when Charlie Sheen was going to do the new loose change? And I knew about it a year before it came out in the news. I couldn't talk about it. Mark Cuban was called and threatened. I was in phone calls with these guys and told by the SEC on the phone, since you're going to make this film, we're going to put a magnifying glass down your throat. He made a couple $100,000 in stock trades, and they claimed it was a fraud when the guy's worth $5 billion. Didn't even know what was going on. He beat them. They came back again. And it's the same thing. The SEC is a criminal organization run by the mega banks, the offshore criminals, to destroy this country and destroy the individual and to shut down small businesses. And, Lenny, I can only commend you for your fighting spirit because I've read your cases. I've looked at the information at stopthegreedybanks.com. And I'm just glad that you, along with many other Americans, are starting to beat these people. And now they're having to admit the fraud. I mean, that's a big victory. That's got to feel good because, you know, a year and a half ago when this was starting up for you, people didn't know this information, or I guess 2 years ago. Now, you know, it's time for the media to actually look at what happened to you.
And what I'll tell you is this, okay, Americans need to understand they have a legal and there's a real remedy, okay, that they have to recoup or to lessen the claims that these banks are trying to do when they're trying to steal your homes. And that's what they're doing. They're stealing homes. They're basically putting you in a loan where you set up to fail. They're pushing paper. I mean, look, the bottom line is the notes are owned by a bunch of pension funds that are now suing J.P. Morgan. I don't want to get into that. That's another story, okay? These notes, they were securitized backed by a bunch of different funds. They're not even, it's not even real money. They're literally just pushing paper and transferring paper around. And then at the end of the day, what happens is the people suffer. The American families are the ones that suffer. I have a way where I can help these people, and I can show them what I did. I lay it all out on my website. I hang it all out there. I show them the court documents. I show them that they have real legal remedies when they are getting foreclosed on. That they have to understand that there is a code, the United States Code, okay? It's 1601, Title 15 of the United States Code, TILA, and defenses based on recoupment, fraud, breach of fiduciary duty, and negligent misrepresentation, okay? This is something that they have. There are grounds for remedies. Their life is not over. And that's the problem, Alex. People think they can't beat these big banks because they're behemoths. Look at J.P. Morgan has $650 billion in the bank in cash, okay? In cash, okay? That being said, nobody thinks they think there's no way out. And that's what I thought until I met my attorney, Moshe Mortner, out of New York under Mortner Law, and he gave me real hope. He showed me a way out. We came in a back door. We came in through federal law, which is undisputed. You cannot argue it.
By the way, the lawyers I've been interviewing say go federal as well. They say sue the big banks, get it into court. They'll immediately settle because they know that they've broken so many laws. It'll make your head spin. Folks can find out more at stopthegreedybanks.com. You can follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/Real Alex Jones. We're going to be using Twitter more and more. I'm going to follow my own advice I gave Charlie Sheen 2 weeks ago to get a Twitter account. So, again, twitter.com/Real Alex Jones. I talk the talk, don't walk the walk. Twitter.com/Real Alex Jones or stopthegreedybanks.com. Our site's Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.tv. By the way, on the Rolling Stone attack piece, the listeners think it's an attack piece. I think it's fairer than some. Almost 100%, 99% of the comments are on our side. Lenny Dykstra, great job, brother. Let me say bye to you here during the break.
This is GCN, the Genesis Communications Radio Network.
You've heard Alex explain how the Silver Lungs generator infuses the respiratory system with your self-produced colloidal silver solutions, yet many are unaware of the entire function of the Silver Lungs system and how it has been designed to deliver your silver solutions anywhere in or on the body. My name is Mario Cifaldi, and I'm the developer of the Silver Lungs generator. Not only does the Silver Lungs system produce endless colloidal and ionic silver solutions, it also comes